I would now like to welcome this year's Secretary General to the floor, Ms. Mariana Plaza Cárdenas. Madam Secretary General, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your Excellencies, esteemed student officers, distinguished guests and MUN directors, honorable delegates, and valued admins, I would like to wish you a warm welcome to this year's annual 48th THIMUN Conference. 48 years ago, in 1968, when THIMUN started out as a local conference, 36% of our global population lived in urban areas. In 2005, when the United Nations marked its milestone, 60 years of existence, 49% of our global population lived in urban areas. Today, as we celebrate this 48th annual conference, 54% of our global population lives in urban areas. However, unlike our urban population across these 48 years, our planet has ceased to increase. Our global society has seen a rapid transition from an agricultural era to an urbanized one, with the help of natural increase, rural exodus, and industrialization. The evident change into urban areas as our dominant habitat has led us to see the departure of millions to live in cities. This phenomenon is visible all around the world, yet Asia, and above all Africa, have seen a dramatic increase in the development of megacities to accommodate our global population. What is the appropriate manner to address a shift that determines our current and future human development? What is the answer that can encompass mutual benefits to us and our environment? And what solution can we provide our city that solves our needs, demands, and capacities? The one answer lies in sustainable urbanization. What is sustainable urbanization? This is the question. Approaching this question becomes easier when we search for what does a world with unsustainable urbanization look like? 1. A world in which megacities dominate our global landscape and there is an imbalance of people and economic activities geographically. 2. A division of people based on their current social inequality and wealth gap that divides cities in developing countries between the minorities of haves and the majorities of have-nots. 3. The continuation of poor environmental practices that continue to harm what is ours. Is this truly what an equal and peaceful world looks like? Ensuring our sustainable urbanization challenges all academic fields. Reflecting on our history, applying it within a scientific context, while keeping in mind environmental factors and sociological effects are merely one facet of a complex issue. A complex issue we must face united. Sustainable urbanization signifies something different to all of us. For example, some of us place an emphasis on the environment and strongly encourage a shift from a fossil fuel-reliant society. Others place an emphasis on politics and politicians correctly addressing the basic needs of citizens, such as access to housing, water, energy, health, and education. While last, some of us place an emphasis on the cultural and social influence urbanization has on us. However, one element that is evident is that we all are able to recognize the potential hazards of unsustainable urbanization. We cannot afford to continue the destruction of our people, our environment, our world. We must take action over something that we should control. We need to take responsibility for us now and for our future generations. Now, our plight towards accommodating our global population through sustainable urbanization will not be easy, but there are solutions. Firstly, by resolving issues such as human rights and poverty in urbanized zones through humanitarian talks. Secondly, combating it through an environmentally sustainable perspective through urban planning and green spaces. Thirdly, shifting towards sustainable transport systems that permit urban mobility by analyzing solutions that no longer base themselves on the assumption of private transportation as the best method. However, these are merely some suggestions to the myriad of different approaches available. It would be absurd to negate the benefit that sustainable urbanization has to us all, and truly the necessity of it for development. In this case, the answer is clear. We need drastic change. We have seen it recently take place at the Paris 2015 UN Climate Change Conference, where 195 countries adopted the first legally binding global climate deal. Yet THIMUN 2016 permits us to be the change makers. Here at THIMUN, we're all from across the world, living in large cities, sometimes in megacities. Yet it is our differences that enable us to hold such distinct perspectives to apply within our resolutions. This week, I urge you to ask pragmatic questions, such as how to supply cities with food, water, energy, how to provide everyone with housing, education, and health. THIMUN provides us the context upon which we can all build, to debate and resolve issues that are pertinent to our current global issues. It is the constant analysis of international politics and external global communities, which allows us to learn skills and develop strategies and solutions, therefore enriching us as individuals. THIMUN also provides a context in which we can prepare ourselves for issues that are approaching rapidly, a significant one being the refugee crisis that Europe is currently facing. That being one of the reasons why the THIMUN board decided that the proceeds of this year's charity collection will be donated to the UN High Commissioner for Refugees. I'm confident you will all donate generously. Throughout this week, delegates will strive to tackle issues collectively, uniting our talents in public speaking, critical thinking, and resolution writing, uniting our knowledge and experiences, uniting our passions for global peace and justice, uniting our hope to make the world a better place. Together, we can achieve it. Thank you. I yield my time to the President.
Thank you, Mariana. I would now like to ask our keynote speaker to come to the stage once again to announce the first country to hold an opening speech in the plenary session of the General Assembly tomorrow morning. The country that will hold the first opening speech of THIMUN 2016 is the nation of Peru. Before we proceed to the official opening of this conference, it is my pleasure to announce that the municipality of The Hague is hosting a reception on stage at the end of this ceremony. On behalf of the municipality of The Hague, I therefore invite all members of the diplomatic corps and other special guests having been given VIP badges to come to the stage at the end of these ceremonies. It is now my honor as President of the General Assembly to declare the 48th session of The Hague International Model United Nations officially open.